Welcome along to the show, everybody. I hope you enjoy what happens here over the next hour or so. To find out who our first guest is, let me hand you over to our beautiful MC for the evening, the wonderful Fred Cook.
Thank you, Tommy. Well, our first guest is Chris Eubank.
Hey.
Hey, Tom. How you do?
Very well now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Oh, likewise.
Sit down.
Indeed. Okay, so here we are. Why do you laugh?
I am delighted at the peaceful feeling that you bring with you.
Yeah. Well, yes, it's taken a long time to actually to make it so, to be at peace. And I'm glad you felt it and feel it. Yes.
How do you maintain it?
It's spiritual. Yeah. It takes care of itself, all by itself.
Do you have a practice?
A practice, I guess, yes. But it's a journey within. So I suppose I've been looking to raise my consciousness. And I've succeeded. I'm there.
What was that journey like?
It's inexplicable. There's no way to explain it to you because it's by faith, not by sight. And then you continue to rise.
I get what you're saying, but once you start to try and explain it, it almost unravels because the words don't. But did you have a practice in terms of the meditation practice, or was it, when you say faith, do you mean a particular religion or what?
Can we start again? Because I don't think I want to actually discuss this topic because, again, when the individual himself has done it and is in it, the masses have no idea about this. And so therefore I'm speaking to an audience that cannot measure what I'm saying. So when I say let's start again, we can start again on the peripheral or the things which are normal.
I suppose that was my question about was it tied to a specific religion? That's a fairly normal, that's a normal weekly ritual or a weekly reading or daily practice. That thing of trying to describe the indescribable that won't get us anywhere. But it's just, I was curious, is it Christian, is it Muslim, is it neither of those, is it a different type of road?
Look, I mean, everybody on earth calls the spirit by different names. Some call it Buddha, some call it Allah, some call it Krishna, some call it Christ. It's the spirit, so let's just call it spirit.
Okay.
And in order to actually have it work for you or with you, it's inexplicable to tell you how you do it, other than to say that it's by faith in something that you can't see.
Why are you so vague about the practice?
Because, as I said, I'm speaking to an audience. The audience that's viewing you and I, it's alien to them.
I don't think spirituality isn't alien to them.
if I speak about specifically arriving to heaven, nirvana, specifically doing that, it's lost on people. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know whether this format, maybe it's perfect for it, I don't know. What I do know is, in order to communicate it to you or to the audience watching, can be, well, it's fascinating, but whoever's listening, the masses listening, they have no ground. So the best way to do it is by example. So the example is your conduct. So, you know, I can say I am something. Don't listen to what I say. Look at my track record. Look at my social media. Look at my language.
What's remarkable about you?
What's remarkable about Chris Eubank?
Yeah.
What is remarkable about Chris Eubank is that Chris Eubank, the surface mind Chris Eubank you are speaking to now, gives credit to everything that he's been able to achieve to the spirit that lives within. That is what's remarkable about me. It wasn't me. It wasn't Chris Eubank. It wasn't, what? Let's do. No, it wasn't that guy. It's the one who lives within, because the one within makes sure that in standing, I know through the spirit that the way I'm moving is making you smile, it's entertaining you. Here's the term. I take every thought captive and make it obedient to the spirit. Every thought, that means it's never going to be offensive to anybody. It's going to lift them. It's going to inspire them.
But you can't possibly decide what other people are going to find offensive. You're not in control of their reactions.
Sorry. Sorry, that doesn't make any sense. Anything and everything I do is... It's built in such a way where you cannot take offense. It will only inspire you to actually use the example that you're seeing.
But that's up to other people.
You see, okay, so then you don't understand what spirit is, or you're not quantifying what I'm saying to you about spirit. Spirit is patient. It is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrongs. This personality cannot offend anyone. It can only inspire. Now, you're saying to me, oh, well, you know, but you have no control over what someone may think of you.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, by using those principles of the spirit. Find a way to criticize it. Please.
Well, it's not criticism, but I get the sense that you are a proud person.
Proud. I'm decent. I'm well-mannered. I'm very well-dressed. You see, the spirit is the king. I want to emit this vibration. And you're never wrong. And it's always beautiful. Always beautiful.
What is it about me that doesn't buy it?
If you should say that, then it's just the level of your consciousness. It's just not high, that's all. But you'll get there. No, don't. I'm not laughing. I'm not making any funny quips or anything. You'll get there. You will get there.
What makes you say that?
You have to, because you are a cosmic being. You are inexhaustible. Your spirit, I'm talking about. You know, your avatar may expire, but you come back as the same person of how you left, the same person in terms of personality. You don't come back higher or lower, and you get another turn of reaching nirvana or reaching heaven, to where you're living in heaven on earth. I'm happy with the fact that I'm alive and I have my soulmate. Finding her was the key. Found her at 50. I'm the king.
What does that mean, you're the king?
It means I found my soulmate, I'm at peace. So I've achieved my objectives, my physical objectives.
Yeah.
Money, you can only sleep in one bed. You only can sleep in one house.
Do you cry much?
My answer to that is, I did a show some years ago with Piers Morgan. And Michael, I didn't know was going to be in the audience. Then having realized he's an
You
audience.
explain to people who Michael is.
Michael Watson.
Yeah.
So my reaction,
Would you explain the story of Michael Watson?
I had a fight in 1991, 21st of September, with this Michael Watson for the super-middleweight championship of the world. And I hurt him. I mean, to the point where he was in a coma for 40 days and is still disabled today. How he has lived, only the grace of God. Only the grace of the Spirit, I should say. Okay. When explaining to peers about how he's actually been able to endure what he's endured, I burst into tears. So it answers your question. Do I cry? Yes, because I'm in touch with the Spirit. I'm not a brute. I'm a very gentle soul. I don't actually know how to fight. In order for me to fight, there has to be rules. There has to be a referee in this four-cornered circle. Outside of the ring, I'd be slapping. I don't know how to fight. I'm not tough. I'm wise. This, what you're looking at, is Great Britain. Not because I'm tough, but because I'm using the wisdom of the Spirit. Do you see?
I kind of, like, I'm getting so... It's a lovely feeling being with you.
Thank you. It's the Spirit.
But I'm also getting a kind of slightly off-balance storytelling. I'm getting... There's definite ego there. There's definite pride. And it all seems to be mixed in with this beautiful...
What ego?
Because
What ego have you seen? No, I want to know, have I in some way said I'm better than you? What are you talking about ego? What ego have you seen? Do I say this? No, I don't say it. I say it like this. Your team asked me to come and see you. They told me the format of the show.
Yeah.
If my ego was still in play, I wouldn't have come. I'm the king. I've earned my position. It isn't honorary, it's earned. Yet I'm here. You are the star. And I bow because this is your show. I can do that. If I'm aware of what I've just said, then how can I be egotistical? I'm asking the question.
Well, because you're telling me how egoless you are, which is an
I'm
expression
aware.
of ego.
Well, okay, again, my example is the proof, not my words. So you go back and you look, what is my behavior? My behavior, as I used as an example, me coming here to your show.
Yeah.
If I had ego, if my ego was still in play, I wouldn't be here.
You're a remarkable mix of, but the Spirit is coming out through you, and it's, you know, and I don't want to forget either the phenomenon you were as an athlete. I mean, like the best in the world, you know, that's...
Again, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't ego. I couldn't... You think I could have done what I went through? You know, bringing back up that Michael Watson fight. So if you watch the fight, and if you watch it without sound, without the commentators telling you which way it's going,
Yeah.
you're looking at a man in me being killed, being murdered in front of 18 million people watching on ITV. That's what you're looking at. For a man to get beaten from round 1 to round 11 and a half, sorry. After the second round, I can't deal with this pace. You know, and when I'm telling you, when I tell you, how desperate, how hopeless my situation was taking this beating. I remember, it must have been about the 9th round. I don't remember, it's a feeling. I remember having the feeling to wet myself. I'm all about pride, I'm a fighter. I wouldn't have had, in the moment, I wouldn't have had any shame in wetting myself. That's how bad the beating was. So when I got knocked down in that 11th round, if you look at it, I get up and I spit, and I look at him and I walk straight back into the fire. Why? Because it's not me. It's not Chris Eubank. It's the spirit in Chris Eubank.
When did you sense that you might be able to win the fight?
I didn't. I didn't. I'm losing my life. I'm having my life taken away from me in what they call a sport. To which I say, and you may have heard me say, this isn't a sport. It isn't a sport where I could be losing my life. This is modern day gladiating. A few hundred years ago, the one who leaves the auditorium walking is the one who is alive. The other guy is dead. This is modern day gladiating.
What happened in the last round of the fight?
When the fight, when at the end of the 11th round, when I had scored with that shot, with that uppercut, if you only concentrate on what I'm doing, you can see I'm so exhausted. I can remember backing up to the corner post and having to rest on the corner post. I couldn't stand. All of the muscles in my calves, they were contracting. Exhaustion beyond what I can explain. The spirit is telling me, when that bell rings for the final round, I may be able to, if I can throw 15 to 20 shots, and if he doesn't answer, the referee has no, he has to stop the fight. He has no choice, he has to stop the fight in my favor. So I'm riding only on that, and that was absolutely correct. And, you know, I threw all these shots, and after maybe 12, 13 shots, and you can see the referee, he's like, no more. That's, ego can't do that. Ego quits long before the 11th round. Ego would have quit in the 6th round.
So do you, and I'm asking about a sense of burden after what happened to Michael. Do you feel guilty?
I feel guilty because he's my brother. He is my brother.
He's a fellow warrior.
That's right. And this game of life, I have to be objective about it, not subjective. Objective. This is my brother. I speak to Michael. You see, he's in the spirit as well. You know, but it hurts me. It hurts me, his condition.
Yeah.
His condition. His condition. Can you imagine?
I don't think it's your fault, though, because it could have just as easily have happened to you.
Yeah, this is everyone has to be accountable. Personally, I know I struck. I threw the shot. This has nothing to do with anybody else. This is my humanity. And that makes me a beautiful man. And that beauty comes from the spirit. Do you see?
How easily accessed is anger to you and violence? How easy is it to...
Easy. It's impossible. It's
No, it's not impossible. Because even when you were talking here a few times, you know, and even though you were telling a story and you were reliving a memory, there was a flash of, you know, the teeth get bared. Yeah. So it seems like that it's not
there.
It's there. Yeah.
Oh, that's called acting.
Okay. Well, it's good.
Yeah. No, I'm a great actor.
Okay.
I'm probably the greatest actor. I'm speaking to Hollywood now.
Okay.
Okay. I'm probably the greatest actor that I've seen because I've had to do it for real. It hasn't been pretend. We ask ourselves, who am I to be? Brilliant, talented, fabulous, gorgeous. Well, actually, who are you not to be? After all, you are a child of the universe. The world will not be served by your playing small. Our presence automatically liberates others. Yes.
Do you have friends?
Yes. I have friends. But now I have arrived in spirit. My only true friend is the spirit that lives within. I have lots of friends.
Can you tell me about the badge and the blanket?
The blanket,
The badge and the...
well, my scarf.
Yeah.
My scarf is not a blanket. How dare you? Humour is a wonderful thing. Dare you? And so, you know, in wearing this, it feels right. It feels correct. It feels like me. I'm Deputy Marshal, sworn in a court of law in Louisiana, not to carry a firearm, but to go into schools and talk to students about chivalry, about walking righteously or straight. Yeah. And I do so wherever I go. Truth has no jurisdiction.
Thank you so much for spending some time with me.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure.